Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, you know who's not having a fantastic day? I think the people I'm about to tell you this story about, because I can see them outside my balcony. They can see the ship. I can see them. They got their luggage, but I don't think they're getting on the ship. So, I believe I'm watching some people out my balcony today as we are just about to do Sail Away. Go head up to watch the Sail Away celebration. But I've been watching them out my window for a little while now. And I don't think they're getting on the ship. Now here's the misconception that a lot of people have. They think, well, Sail Away is at 4 o'clock. So I have till 4 o'clock to get to the ship. You do not. They often close, customs and the border patrols, etc., 1 to 1.5 hours before the sailing. So in this case, it could close at 3 o'clock. It could have closed at 2:30. And I'm looking out my window at about 3:15. And I see these folks, they're at the gate in the parking lot, and they're talking to security, but security looks like they're shaking their head, and then they walked away. Now there looks like there's two families all together, two different ones. One's on the right, one's on the left. And they're all on their phones. So you can imagine if you get to this situation. You're getting to the port. You think you still have 45 minutes left to get on the ship. And bammo, what a surprise. The customs is closed, so they're not letting you on the ship. Once customs closes, that's it. The ship can want to let you on all they want. The ship would want you on board to spend more money. They would love to have you on board to experience the cruise. But customs doesn't care. Customs, once they shut, that's it. Once they close the book on that computer, now they're sending paperwork electronically. These people should be on the ship. The passports are lining up. The immigration papers are lining up. All your identifications all lining up. So now they're preparing for when you come back. These are only supposed to be the people on the ship. And that's why they have the cutoff. And so here we are. I'm looking out, and I don't think they're getting on the ship. So I've been following this for a little bit. I see these people down below at the gate down there. And they all have their luggage at the gate down there. But I believe that it's past time to be allowed in. And they may be out of luck. So I've seen some security walk out. They open that gate, but they don't let anybody in or through. Now I do see some more people coming down here. They don't look they're going to be much help neither. I feel kind of helpless. They're all on their phones. But that's what happens. Once customs says you can't board the ship anymore, you can't board the ship anymore. Sadly, it looks like they're packing their luggage in their suitcase. That's a lesson for all of us. So as you can see now, one brought their car over And I actually watched them there, and then one person left, and they drove the car over. Then they opened up some of the doors, and they got out, and they were on their phone again. And you know they're trying to make a last effort. They're calling Princess. They're calling their travel agent. They're calling whoever they can possibly, but it doesn't matter who you call. You know, I have a fair amount of pull with Princess Cruise Lines. You know, I can get things done on the ships. I can call into the Princess Cruise Line and get some things changed. I have no control at this stage of the game. When customs closes up, they don't care. And that's it. This is their deadline. You weren't here. Doesn't matter what the story is. You know, could have been traffic, could have been your car broke down, could have been anything. Your flights, whatever the reason is. They're not letting you on the ship. Now you have a choice. You can try and make it to the next stop, pay your own way there and everything, or you can basically, you were too late to get on your cruise and you just lost your cruise. Very sad. I'm watching these folks. I feel for them out there. I wish there was something I could do or anybody could do, because I can imagine, you know, you show up for your cruise and you're like minutes late. Like, it's not like they're 5 hours late. They're showing up and they can still see the ship. They can still see the ramps. It's still here. Why can't we get on board? I can feel it in their, you know, frustration. I would feel their frustration. But the warning is, folks, absolute warning is, you gotta be here at least an hour and a half before your cruise departure time. Because even if it's 4 o'clock, you don't want to leave it to the last minute. Also, if the cutoff's at 3:30, you don't want to be running to the ship at, 3:28. You want to be here. And so, yeah, I don't think these people are getting on the ship. I know they didn't get on right now. They ended up loading up their luggage, getting back in their car, and I don't think we're going to see them in our next stop. I think they just completely out of luck, and they're going to miss the cruise. Did you know this? Did you know that you had to be here at least the very minimum, a full hour before sail away time? Did you know that? Do you even know your sail away time when you're heading to a cruise? Because some sail away time is 6 o'clock at night. Some sail away is 2 in the afternoon. And if you're unaware of it and you show up at 3 thinking, oh, it normally sails at 4 or 5, yet it was 2 o'clock, you're way out of luck. And you might look like these folks standing on the shore and watching their ship sail away. Well, I hope you appreciate this little warning, this little update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation. And please don't miss your ship.